Greetings, Judah. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey guys, I've got a pretty serious or critical question to ask you this morning, or this evening, and tonight, whenever you're listening to this particular message. Do you know who Satan is? Would you recognize him if you saw him? Do you know who Satan is? And would you recognize him if you saw him? Now I bring this question to your attention because in these last and evil days that we're in, our book tells us that Satan will come in disguise. Now, of course, the book says he'll be a sheep in wolves' clothing. What does that mean? He said there'll be many of them. That simply is his way of telling us that Satan can be in your very presence, and except you know who he is, you can be not only taken advantage of, and I'm not talking about somebody, I don't know, telling you, hey, let's use work-wise. Can you work for me today and I'll work for you tomorrow, then tomorrow they don't show up for the shift. No, not that kind of taking advantage of. I'm talking about he can come to you in such a way that he can literally take your mind away from what Yah has set for you to be doing and have you so distressed, so frustrated that you will make a decision that can literally destroy your, not only Yah's purpose for you for that particular day, but can also destroy you. Now, I know many of you might, well, I don't know what you think. Here's what's going to happen to many people today who does not know, who cannot recognize Satan. Because they're still looking for this little red man, with horns on his head and a tail. That's the lie that the Edomites told. That's the lie that the Edomites created because they never wanted you to see truly who they were. So in order for you not to recognize your enemy has to put on the disguise and then get you to think that your enemy looks nothing like him or her. Therefore, you got little red devils and the rest of that foolishness that, we've been taught. Witches with black gowns on with perny caps on their heads. Wizards with capes around their necks and top hats and magic wands in their hand. All those are lies. A wizard is some guy who's probably in your space right now. What I mean by in your space, he's pursuing you. Some guy who's pursuing you for whatever it is he's wanting from you. And he's casting his charm on you, because that's what wizards do. They're charmers. And I don't mean like charmers like, hey, beautiful lady, can I take you out dinner? No, he's a lot more clever than that. He's going to charm you in ways, hey, can I help you take care of this? Hey, do you, let me open the door for you. Hey, do you understand what you're reading? I mean, he'll come in every kind of little way because Satan studies people. And all of his demons are the exact same way. That's why the book says when an evil spirit leaves out of a man or is cast out of a man or woman, that they go into a faraway place. And then they come back after a period of time to see the condition of that person in whom they were cast out of. And when they return, if they see that person empty, in other words, that person has not grown, that person has not studied, that person has not strengthened themselves to resist what it was that got them in a predicament they were in the first place, he comes back with 7 more demons. And that person's state is, again, I guess 700 times worse than it was before that demon was cast out in the first place. In other words, it's going to make sure it doesn't get thrown out again. So let me go back to the question. Do you know who Satan is? Because see, Satan is that one that's going to keep on returning over and over again, checking. Let me see, if she's vulnerable now. Let me see now if maybe, he's had a change of heart. Let me see if maybe he's down on his luck. Maybe let me see if he's in a state of regret. Maybe I don't know, maybe he lost his job. Maybe, he's getting his wages garnished. Maybe there's something going on in his life that's going to make him vulnerable. So then that witch comes right back in as a charmer. That wizard comes right back in as a charmer. And then when they get back in, you think they caused hell in your life the first time, you are never going to believe what they're going to do, as old Luther said, the second time around. So again, when I talk about, do you know who Satan is? Satan very likely is going to be somebody who's going to approach you today. And they're going to approach you in some type of folly. In other words, they're going to piss you off. At least that's going to be the attempt. Because see, when we get easily pissed off, that says that we have no protection inside of us. Because if greater is he that is in you and me than he that is in the world, then how can they so easily get us ticked off, get us angry so fast? When we have the greatest weapon at our disposal known to mankind. And when I say the greatest weapon, I mean the greatest weapon. And that is, Satan, get thee behind me. I rebuke you, Satan. Shut your mouth. Yahuwah reigns in this man, this woman. And you do it with such conviction. You're going to see, if you do it with the right level of conviction, just like a nuclear bomb that is going to come sooner or later, it's going to shake this earth. If you do it in the right conviction when Satan comes in your presence, in its disguise, if you do it with the right level of conviction, strength, watch this. Look in your eyes. You're going to see it. You're going to see the demon in your eyes. The minute you say it, you're going to see the demon. And all of a sudden, you're going to notice a nervous twitch in them. Or maybe even a stutter. Or in some cases, they'll just turn around and walk away. But whatever they do does not matter as long as they do not harm you. Because Yah said that they would not and could not. But if you do not know who he is or who she is when he comes, he's just going to come at you again like a wolf and a sheep, and he's going to devour you. How you call that? Gator bait? When the wicked Esau was taking our little babies back during the 17, 18, 19, early 20th century, and using our little daughters and sons to catch alligators. You're going to be gator bait to that demon, to that devil. Again, do you know who Satan is? Because again, Satan could be that person that's going to be standing next to you today. Satan could be that lawyer you have to talk to today. Satan could be that client that you're visiting today. Satan could be the doctor who tells you that you need to continue to take poison so that you can be protected today. Satan could be that old girlfriend who for some reason decides to call you up again, see what you up to, what you've been doing. Satan could be that old boyfriend again, who all of a sudden, hey, I was just, thinking about you and just, I didn't want anything. I just wanted to make sure that, just checking on you. I hadn't heard from you in a while. But the whole time trying to fill you out, trying to see what's going on, to see again if that house is empty. So that he can get right back in and do damage. Because he wouldn't be an old boyfriend if he had been the right friend. She wouldn't be an old girlfriend if she had not been the right friend. Am I right? Am I right? And if it was you, well, Satan, if it's you, may Yah bind you. Maybe you're the devil. Maybe that's why you don't know the devil. Maybe that's why you can't see Satan, because maybe it's you. Maybe you're the little clever fox or the clever wolf, male or female demon. Just want to throw that out there for you. Because see, we're not ignorant to the devices of Satan. That's why Yah gives us the Rahuk. so that we will notice him when he comes in our presence. Notice her when she comes in our presence. And again, it's not all about relationships. I want to make sure I re-emphasize that part too. I want to emphasize that. Because see, some of you will take away from this, oh, he's talking about relationships. No, I'm not. I am not talking about relationships. Not exclusively. Can it be relationship? Oh, hell yeah, it can. The closer he gets to you, the more he makes you feel. Feel what? Feel the demonic evil and wickedness that he brings into those who he draws to him. And remember, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So when you open up that door or you re-engage with the wickedness of the past, just understand that's what's going to happen. Or if you don't have a shield in you right now to fight it off, then you can expect that to happen. Because see, when that demon or those demons who come in wolf sheep's clothing, wolves who in sheep's clothing, who are going to look at you, are going to come at you in a manner where I don't mean any harm. Just trying to understand. Just need to get a better understanding of what's going on. You know, and you got to be careful of that demon. Because that demon will also come back and try to remind you of a fault that you may have had. Satan is clever. So he'll come in and he'll say, you know, remember that time that you were supposed to do such and such and such, and you know you didn't do that. So I was disappointed in you. Throw some kind of guilt trip on you, because that's what the deceiver does. Remember, he is all about manipulation. But remember, he can be a she, and she can be a he. Baphomet. Remember, Satan can take up on any image he wants to take up. And again, it's why you need to be careful, my sisters and my brothers. See, in this evil days, Yah told us to be mindful. He said that they're going to be saying, hey, Elohim is here. He said, don't believe him. They're going to say, oh, he's over there. He said, go there not. Did he not warn us of that? He said, there'll be many false Elohims. Don't believe them. So believe them not. So that's not what he's saying. He's saying some going to come to you with religion. Oh, yeah. Some are going to come, some of these demons are going to come to you in religious form. Oh, yeah. Your old church pastor. Your old church boyfriend. You know, the old lying devil preacher. He'll come all kind of ways. Yah says when he come, believe them not. Again, if you open the door because you don't know who Satan is, these are the things that you can expect to happen. He will destroy your soul. He will kill everything that you love, and he will steal away your place in the kingdom of Elohim. You understand that, my sisters and brothers? So again, when I say, do you know who Satan is? You know, this is the way we need to be dealing with Satan. You know, like when a soldier is on the battlefield, a good soldier, or when a woman is in a dangerous place where there are a lot of strange men and she doesn't know these men and she's feeling a sense of vulnerability. Soldier's on the battlefield and he doesn't know what the enemy is, so he's feeling a sense of vulnerability. You know what they do? They're looking around. They're constantly observing, looking, studying, watching for subtleness. You know, just for things that will move. It's like being out in the jungle somewhere and you're not sure if there's a tiger out there. You're looking to see if the bushes are gonna move. You're looking for little subtleties to make sure that, you know, if the enemy is there, if, you know, someone who's there to try to harm you, victimize you, attack you, that you see them coming before they can catch hold to you. See, that's what the book tells us we're supposed to do as we prepare ourselves for the return of Elohim. That we're supposed to always be mindful of where he is. Not afraid of him. Don't get me wrong here. But be aware. Because your adversary, the devil, goes around what? Lurking, seeking, trying to find someone that he can do what? destroy. That's the word. Do you know who Satan is? Do you have enough of the word inside of you that you know exactly what to say to get him off of your trail? To run him off, run her away? Do you have the words in you? Do you have the power and authority that those words allow you to have? Because you just can't say, Satan, get behind me. If you have nothing in you, he's going to laugh at you. You know, it reminds me of in the book of Acts, it talks about this woman who had 7 sons, Sceva. And these sons had heard about, you know, Paul and some of the other disciples teaching Elohim to the people. And they saw them casting out demons out of people. And they remembered, oh, I know this guy who's a lunatic, crazy person, acting out, you know, no self-control, no discipline. Every time we turn around, he's you know, threatening people and attacking people. Let's go cast the devil out of him. So these 7 sons go into this particular location where this wild, demonic, possessed person is. And they walk in there. And they say, if we command you by the name of Yeshua, who Paul preaches, to come out, Satan, come out of this man. That demon says, Paul, I know. That's what the demon told him. He said, look, let me tell you fools something. That demon said, Paul, I know. Yeshua, I know. Even though Elohim. But who in the hell are you? And that one man took and beat the living shit out of those 7 men and ran their asses out of that location naked. I mean, he whipped them right out of their damn clothes. Why? Because they thought you could just do it with words. No, you have to do it with power, my brothers and my sisters. You have to have the power of Elohim in you. And you don't get that power unless you are a true believer. Unless you are studied in the word, that you live by that word, law, statutes, commandments of Yah, that you practice what you preach, that you walk in the authority of that word all the time. You wake up and somebody wakes you up in the middle of the night, Elohim, Yeshua. That you? Oh, Satan, is that you? I command you by the name of Elohim, depart from this residence. Depart away from me. Get thee behind me. You felt that? To your brother DFG, I have it. I feel it. I walk in that authority. You never know it sometimes. Because see, the Rahu gives you a calm disposition. That calmness is just your confidence. Because you know that greater is he that is in you. See, I know that greater is he that is in me than he that rules this wicked world and those who allow his dominion to have power over them, which is the majority of the people you know. And I say that it's the majority of the people that you know because he has dominion over the majority of the people in this world. The book says so. The book says broad is the path. Yeshua said it. Broad is the path and wide is the gate that leadeth to destruction. And many people are going to go that way. Why are they going to be going that way? Because they serve Satan. They serve evil. They serve wickedness. They don't know Yah. They walk in religion. There's over 7 billion religious people on this planet. There's over 7 billion. And that might be a small number. Maybe most of them. Religious people. Believing in some form of entity. Some God using their word. But there's only a few of us who walk in the authority and under the covering of Elohim. There's even less of us who are called by his name. Israel. Here in Turtle Island, Judah. But let me bring this thing back to where I began. Do you know who Satan is? I don't know. If you don't, you'll be introduced to him today or her. If you don't know who Satan is, you'll be meeting him or her today. So I'll be meeting them today too, or her. I'll be meeting them. Might look like a customer. Might look like an employee, a co-worker. Might look like a stranger, clerk at a store. A police officer who pulls me over, pulls you over. Your doctor who calls you in the office and tells you that you need to get on this medication or you need to take this particular thing so that, you can be placed in a state of zombie-like so that you won't be able to fight off demons. A medicated person can't fight off no demons. You heard what I said? I said a medicated person cannot fight off demons. Your mind has to be strong. Your mind being sedated or influenced by medication, you're not going to be able to fight off the demons. All medication is modern day portions or root cooking. That's what it is. These are different things that these witches and etc. who come up with these different types of portions to distort you, make you feel like you feel better, and many times you do physically feel better. You may even feel better mentally because sometimes these drugs will have you out of your damn mind. When really, Yah says He can heal us. That He has the power to heal us. Not only that, He has given us power to heal one another. But that power, if you don't have the Rahuk and you're religious or you're agnostic or you're a non-believer or you believing in these other entities that you think are God, you're religious. Because remember in Matthew chapter 7, remember those demons who were in human bodies, who came before Elohim saying, we cast out devils in your name. He said, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you. 7:21, I want to say that is. Remember that? They do fake healing. Because see, Yah say, when He sets you free, you stay free. These doctors are not setting you free. These doctors are giving you drugs and medications to keep you enslaved. Yah says when He sets you free, you're free indeed. But again, maybe that's the devil you're going to meet today. Maybe that's going to be Satan. But I want to remind you that He is roaming throughout this whole earth, going to and fro, up and down in this earth, looking for the believer. He already has the unbeliever. He already has the wicked, the deceivers, the manipulators, the con men, the whores, the sodomites. He already has them. He's not worried about them. Those who care about the things of this world. Those who lust after the things of this world. He already has them. What He does not have is the true believer. And my friend, my brother, my sister, if you're a true believer, He wants you. Like that old saying, that old military poster with this old white-looking devil with the white beard and the red, white, and blue top hat on when he's talking about joining the military. Uncle Sam wants you. See, Satan wants us. Because, see, we're the last thing that's threatening His reign, threatening His power, threatening His dominion, threatening His authority. That's why, so for Him to come back and have true authority, the one world order they're talking about, for Him to have this whole world under His control, to have all power, He's got to get you. He's got to get me. See, we're the last thing that's holding Him back. Because He knows that if He comes now, many of us are going to go and say, hey, that is Satan. Resist him. Rebuke him. Pray that Yah gives you the Rahuk. Stand strong. Don't give up. Don't panic. Don't let them see you sweat. Hold on. Come together. Join as one. Where there's 2 or 3 of us in His name, Yah is going to be with us. We can do all things through Elohim who strengthens us. So He knows those powerful words still are out there. He knows that we can rebuke him and shut him down. So He's got to get rid of us. Again, you heard me talk about it yesterday. The final battle that's going to happen on this earth after 2/3 are done and most of the Heathenites have murdered and slaughtered and killed one another. The last battle It's going to be a battle to kill us. Talking about the elect of Elohim. Those of us who have the Ruach. Those of us who are called by his name. Those of us who are standing firm in our conviction. And understanding that we don't care what the world does. We don't care what the world encourages. We don't care what the world embraces. Our book tells us resist the devil. Resist his influences. Does it not? It tells us to resist wickedness and turn to Elohim. And he, in return, will guide, lead, protect us. Brothers and sisters, we're in the last days. Yah said he's going to shorten these days, because if he did not shorten the days, even many of us would fall. But thank Yah, we're not going to fall, because we have that word to stand on. We have that Ruach to give us the revelation, knowledge, and the authority and the power that comes with knowing that word. But I'm going to remind you, don't be like these sons of Sceva. You know, you're going to go in there with your religion. Well, you know, I said my prayers this morning. You know, I read my Bible today. Brothers and sisters, that Satan is not afraid of you reading your Bible and saying your prayers. Satan knows Elohim. He's a believer. Sorry to tell you that, but it's the truth. Satan is a believer. Of course he knows the Creator. He created him. Not to become the wicked beast that he became and to corrupt the whole earth and create a bunch more wicked seed and beasts like him. But that's not enough. Just saying, I know. What are you doing with that knowledge? How you're walking in that knowledge? Where's the demonstration of that knowledge? Where's the proof of that knowledge? Yeshua said, you know, you will know a tree by the fruit that it bared. So where's your fruit? How would one know? How would a fellow believer know? I know. Well, if they got the Spirit, he said, try the Spirit by the Spirit. Yeah, but now you kind of conflating the word. Now you're trying to now. You be careful. Be careful. You know, using that kind of stuff to justify your what's the word? I guess the best word I can come on, you know, your docile disposition as it relates to walking, you know, and demonstrating the power of Elohim in your life. Be careful with that. Because see, that's when many of you are making that mistake. Well, you know, I don't have to say nothing. I don't have to do nothing. Oh, let me tell you something. You had better be saying something. And yes, you do have to do something according to the word. According to the word. You have to bear fruit. You have to demonstrate. What good is a light if the light is not on and you're in a dark spot? What man would go into a dark place with a candle or and he doesn't light it? What man would go into a dark place and he can't see where he's going and it's a dangerous place and he has a flashlight and would not turn it on? No, he would light that candle and no, she would turn it on. So no, there is no such thing as a believer who is docile, impotent believer. No such thing. That light is supposed to shine so that your brother, your sister can see your strength, see you standing, so they can be encouraged to continue to stand as well, especially in these last and evil days. So yes, there is an expectation. I know a lot of you again still caught me. Well, you know, the Bible says, you try to talk about, salvation through works. No, the Bible simply says that if I was hungry, did you give me something to eat? When I was thirsty, did you give me something to drink? When I was in prison, did you come and visit me? When I was sick, did you visit me? When I was naked, did you give me clothes? And you know what? Those who take that docile disposition about yourselves, who feel like you don't have to do anything, just believe. You know what he said? When you didn't do any of these things for your brethren, so that they can see you and know that Yah lives through you too. He said, you did it unto me. He said, when you did not let that light shine, you are in violation. And your number one violation, or you are violating your relationship with me. Because they said, well, when I did this to you, he said, when you did it to all of those that I just mentioned. So there is work related to your belief. There is. The word says so. So my sisters and my brothers, I'm going to leave you with this. Do you know who Satan is? And if you do know, are you ready? And if you don't know, are even more ready? As I mentioned to you a few minutes ago, if you were a woman and you were in a place of a bunch of, a prison of men who had not seen a woman in years, violent men, would you not be on guard? Would you not be looking and watching their every move to ensure that you're not victimized? Men, if you were in a war zone and men are dying all around you, but you can't see that enemy, would you not be on alert? Would you not be watching and looking and preparing to fight back with everything that you have so that you could live? Of course you would be doing those things. That's the same walk that Yah says we should be having every single day, because our enemy, again, goes around like a lion looking to see which one of us he can murder, steal from, or destroy. After all, that's what the thief is here for. To steal, kill, and destroy. Who? Israel, Judah, the last light, the last refuge of believers, the last place that Yah will be before this whole thing comes down. Praise Yah. And it's going to take your voice, my voice, our action to bring this thing to a close, but at the same time, not to die like a dog or a pig, or be pulled into their filth and their slop and their wickedness. Because Yah said again, let those days be short, no flesh will save. So he said that we'd all be vulnerable. But because of you and I, those of us who are taking a stand, he says he's going to shorten those days so that we don't fall. So no, it's no falling for you, no falling for me, if you stand. And as Paul once said, after you've done everything in your power to take your stand, you know what he says after that? You know what you do after that? Continue to stand. Righteous man falls 7 times, he gets back up. Okay? So again, where is Satan? Just look around, you'll see him. In many forms. In many, many forms. He can take upon any form he desires. Remember that. So when that demon, you can tell when he's in your presence, you feel it. If you got the Ruhuk in you, you're going to feel that wickedness, that you're going to know, hey, this person is evil. Look at this. Why am I feeling this way? Why is this person causing me to feel? That's the demons. At that point, you start calling upon Yah for wisdom and power and insight and strength to run that devil off. Yah, I give you the words. Sometimes, you can get rid of them by just in your mind. Remember, this is a spiritual battle as much as it's a physical battle. Sometimes you can just write in your mind, look that devil. Don't open your mouth. Just look that devil in the eye and say, Satan, I rebuke you in the name of Elohim. Let me show you how it's done. Watch this. I'm not going to say it, just so you know. But I'm going to think it. Watch this. You know what I just said? Satan, get behind me, you filthy, nasty-ass pig. All right? So you don't always have to speak it out. Sometimes you got to say it out. But because we are both flesh and spirit, and that spirit is the strength of the body, if you're walking under the direction of Elohim, then that spirit is a powerful spirit that's in you. And them demons know that spirit. And when they'll hear you, them demons, that person won't hear you, but them demons in that person will hear you and watch their response. You'll be able to say, you're like, God damn, I'll be damned. Them demons in her heard her. Them demons in him heard me. And I never opened my mouth. But I used the Ruhuk as my sword to cut them down. So yeah, Do you know who Satan is? DFG. Talk to you later. Bye now.